The National FFA Convention at Expo is less than 2 weeks away, and as we continue our countdown to convention presented by Culver's, we want to check in with an Oklahoma producer, FFA alum, and ag influencer who uses social media to advocate for agriculture. Welcome back to the program, Gatlin Didier. We appreciate you being with us. Good to see you this morning. Let's start with some background on your personal FFA experience. How old were you when you first got involved?
Oh, in Oklahoma at the time, yeah, eighth grade is as early as you could start in the FFA. So I think I was about 13 or 14, but before that I was in 4-H. So always involved in the organization from as soon as I could be, and then got to continue on and got my American degree after I graduated high school.
That's really awesome. And some of your family had previously participated as well?
Oh yeah, everybody from my uncle, my dad, to my cousins, my sister, and then myself. Now the next generation, my cousin's kids are the first one. He's an eighth grader this year. He's finally getting to be in FFA, and he's doing trap shooting and showing cattle and showing hogs. So it's pretty cool that we've had the FFA be a huge part of our family's, our family legacy that we always try to promote and share on social.
Yeah, that really is awesome that it is a family legacy. So what stands out to you personally with FFA? Any specific projects or maybe the subjects that you really focused on?
Yeah, I gave a speech at the Oklahoma State FFA convention last year, and I talked about my history. I do a lot of speaking now, but I tried to be in opening ceremonies then, and it did not go well. It's called ceremonies, but we were told it was only opening, and then I got the day of competition like, oh, you do closing too, and I absolutely bombed our ceremonies. So my speaking career ended in eighth grade, but I continued to show hogs. And that was my favorite part of showing livestock. And then we still go do stuff at the OYE every year in Oklahoma. And it's such a fun time. It's just so great. And it teaches a lot of hard work and good work ethic for young kids to keep up and be responsible for things.
Absolutely. And now you've become an ag influencer on social media. So talk about what that process has been like and how you use your platform to really advocate for ag.
Honestly, we just tried to show that farming and ranching can be fun. It can be wholesome. It's very family oriented, which is everything we stand for. We talk about our faith, we talk about our family, and then our love of our country. And we do a lot of funny videos. But we get serious and talk about issues that are affecting our communities and affecting our industry. And we've been able to bring a lot of the youth to FFA, bring awareness to that, and that's why the organization likes working with us. It's cool to see record numbers in the organization now, because more than ever, we need to get the youth's interest in agriculture. And the best way to do that, and the way we Trojan horse it, is you entertain them and you can educate them a little bit, you enlighten them, and then you get them hooked. And so that's our whole way of trying to bring the youth and bring people who maybe not from this way of life into it, because we need them. We're going to need them to help with those beef prices, help with all the commodity prices to go down in the future. We need more producers in the space, and FFA is a great way to get them in.
Absolutely. You kind of have to meet them where they are, and that's what you're doing on social media for sure. Tell me a little bit about how you would say that FFA shaped you and your values when it comes to sharing the story of ag with other people.
Honestly, the organization itself is a great representation of the dynamics of family, and in the rural family, and in families in agriculture, because you got to lean on one another. You got to work with your team to produce an outcome that brings success for everybody. So FFA instills a lot of things that are reflective of that industry, of our industry, of the dynamics of family. And to me, that ultimately is what the thing you probably get out of FFA most is you get a family. You get a family of fellow people who are in agriculture, fellow people who are coming at the same goals as you are. And essentially, that's what we all need. We all need to come together, whether it's this country, whether it's an ag, whether it's just in your own daily life. We all need to come together and have a stronger sense of community. And FFA to me is one of the best embodiments of that in the American youth.
I love that. So convention is less than 2 weeks away. What are your hopes for this next generation of FFA leaders?
I think they're the most important generation, and everyone always says that about a generation, but I think this next round is the most important generation for the future of agriculture. If it's not them stepping up and wanting to diversify, to progress, but also honor the traditions of the past, we're not going to have this industry. And without this industry, and without the youth involvement, we're in trouble. And so that's what I hope for the future of what they and why I think they're so important and why we spend so much time focusing on bringing more in is because without them, without that future, what the organization always said, right? The future farmers of America. If we don't have a future, then all hope is lost. But that's the one thing about ag and everything in FFA is like you have to have faith, you have to have a lot of hope, and you got to have a lot of love. And that's what I love about the organization and farming and everything. It just resembles everything that we need to have a better future.
Well, Gatlin, you've come a long way since that 8th grade speech, so it's so nice to meet you this morning. Oklahoma producer and ag influencer Gatlin Didier, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Hey, be sure to watch Gavel to Gavel coverage of the National FFA Convention and Expo live and free on the RFD-TV Now app. It all begins October 29th, and it will run through November the 1st.